bloody dropper.
Shake it off, man! You've got this! You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! I think we make a good team. With my brains, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
So, Freya, if we might finish your story? Greenstone revealed to you he wanted revenge on the Aesir for killing his father.
Yes, he did. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
Enough talk for now. Be ready.
Freya, what you said about the flaw that Hrimthur built into Asgard's wall, did he explain how it works? How do we exploit it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall...
It is already Ragnarok.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way.
This is the right area, but we can't go further on the sled.
Quiet.
abandoned camp.
Whoever was here left long ago.
What did you find?
A list of provisions needed to prepare a meal.
A recipe? Who left that way out here?
Let's take a look at the ingredients. Perhaps the recipe will lead us to them. Kratos, I see something. Looks like initials. Do they match the ones in that recipe book you found?
I imagine we might find... I knew I recognized those initials. The Ballad of Yari and Somar.
I'm not familiar.
An old tale, but a good one nonetheless. The carving marks their passage through this realm. We could always try and find the others, if you're curious.
Freya, something your brother said. The Aesir burned him.
Yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages. Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
Another time. We must focus. So Freya was a guest when Odin burned him.
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yield. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted, who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of. Obviously, he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out.
The wolves lead us here. Quiet.
I just hope the Norns are somewhere indoors, and warm. Safe to say, no, I have not missed Midgard and Fimbulwinter. Thank you.
We will see soon enough.
Incoming fire!
Incoming! Left side! Incoming back here! On your right! Fire
Left side!
The way forward is magically sealed. Something in here is giving me power.
Might I suggest the ominous broken gravestone?
The hilt of a sword.
Brother, I know that sword hilt. Tread carefully. You of all people know how weapons can carry ghosts.
If it does not help us find the Norns, it can wait.
Let's keep looking. This way. I feel a trace of their illusions here. I can try to dispel it.
Now's no time to wander off, brother. Freya's found something.
Oh, no. There's nothing here.
A false trail.
I'm afraid so. We'll have to see what else the wolves can find.
Typical Nornish mischief.
They know we're searching. I warned you they wouldn't make it easy.
And what's the hilt of a cursed king have to do with any of it?
Distraction? Coincidence? Who knows? I suppose they'd say we were fated to find it. Kratos, tell me more of your homeland.
It was violent and cruel.
Sounds no different from these lands.
It was warmer. Freya, you were speaking of your brother after he was burned by the Aesir mob.
Yes. It haunted him for a long time. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from.
Freya, how was Sigrun when you saw her last?
She's still incorporeal, ever since Kratos set her free of her corrupted form. But she hasn't let that stop her from helping any way she can. The truth is, I owe her more than I can repay.
I doubt she'd see it that way. When we freed her, she could speak of little else but her reverence for you. Seeing you yourself again would surely be payment enough.
This is the area. Let's see. I feel something. In this direction.
Feel what exactly?
Another illusion. It's coming from this wall. The Norns are hiding something.
Open up.
Nothing. Another dead end.
A trap!
Vader, left leg!
Out up! Behind you! Watch out! Too fast! Use your shield!
That's all of them. You know, this search will only get more dangerous.
Then we keep looking.
Back to the wolves then.
Shame about Tyr's vault. I'll take whatever you manage to salvage from it, though.
Thanks for grabbing that for us.
And for the Valkyrie Queen? Hope it's to your liking. Kratos? Want something in particular? Cutter of hearts and the fury of the sky. Ooh, a souvenir from foreign lands. Say one thing for Tyr, he's got taste. it. Strike true. And now, Freya? Whatever you need, I'll create. What can I make for you? No need to thank me.
Seems that only rotates in the other direction.
Go out, brother!
Alka!
Watch it!
A musical instrument from your homeland, isn't it? Can you play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
Well, lady, I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Lemire.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
Freya, still have the, dead bird feathers in your hair. Delightful.
Sindri. The wolves have picked up another trail. Keep following their heads.
Lads, I thought death had cured me of my appetite, but damn if I can't stop thinking about the smell of tear stew. Awakened a fair few culinary cravings, did. Black pudding, haggis and neeps, oh!
Porridge and honey.
What about you, brother? Any pre-Fimbulwinter foods you're aching for?
Olives.
The hell's an olive?
Whatever you're after this way, I'll back you up. But when you want to find the Norns, we'll need to go back to the sled.
Freya, you mentioned that Fimbulwinter had worn down some of Odin's curses, but you still needed help. Was it Sigrun who helped you recover your warrior spirit?
Is that how Odin liked to refer to the curse that kept me from defending myself?
Oh, I suppose that is where I heard it.
Would you like to know how that curse really worked? What it did to me? What it cost me to finally break it?
I am no longer sure that I do.
That's correct.
Well, Sigrun must have helped find your Valkyrie wings. Were they hidden in the place I guessed?
They were not. But yes, she did. Argued all the while I should let my anger go, but helped me just the same.
Freya? Where is Sigrun now?
Impossible to say. She's on a mission spanning the realms in search of our lost sisters. Our hope is if she can bring their incorporeal spirits to Vanaheim, we can find a way to restore them to uncorrupted forms.
Brother, in my travels, I heard of a great battle in your homeland, at a place called the Gates of Fire.
The Hard Gates.
You were there?
No.
Is that regret in your voice?
I did regret not dying there for many years, but no longer.
This is the place. We need to work our way up. This way. There. Can you cut a way through the ice?
Oh, are the Norns making magical ice walls now?
No. I think the water just froze.
More of your friends.
I didn't tell them to be here.
Incoming fire!
Enemy! To your left!
know what the Norns did to trick all these raiders into guarding them. Not that they have any idea that's what they're doing.
Freya, thank you for your help. I know this was not your focus.
The sooner we find your son, the sooner you'll be able to focus. I just hope it works.
Just the same, thank you.
A fine sentiment, but write her a bloody note when we're out of the cold, brother.
Okay, I feel something. It's stronger this time. Over here.
Where are you going, brother? Freya thinks she's found the Norns.
Opener. We found it.
Ah, isn't it always the third place you look? Is everyone hearing that creepy whisper?
It is like an itch in the mind.
It means we've stepped into their domain. Be ready for anything.
Illusions.
Projections, possibly. But assume nothing. There's no telling what manner of creature they've made unwitting guards.
Delightful.
Kratos, Ghost of Sparta, Bane of Olympus, Destroyer of Fate, Cruel Striker, Bringer of War, Weapon of the gods, turned against his creators. He chases a redemption he knows he can never deserve. He cannot change.
Are we in our own minds yet? He certainly seems real enough.
I hate to tell you, the parts in your mind will be real too. This place almost looks familiar, but different. Like a confused memory.
A rather hostile memory at that.
These fates should know I will not be deterred.
Freya of the Vanir, master of magics, queen of the Valkyries, witch of the woods, Frigg of Asgard, destroyer of all she would hope to protect. She always finds somebody to blame. She cannot change. Mimir of the Aesir,
Ah, here we go.
counselor to kings, merry wanderer of the woods, Robin of the Goodfellows.
Let me guess. I'm a long-winded know-it-all and I cannot change? See? You forgot smartest man alive. Well, certainly clinks like genuine hack silver. I suppose there's one small consolation to this ordeal. At least we won't have to introduce ourselves.
Don't credit your reputation, Mimir. They see the whole lives of any who approach them.
What is that?